My most memorable moment is him in the Olympic final getting fourth. And also my most memorable quote is him talking about going to the Twilight Zone when he went out too fast and just like blacked out.
In 2015, and he was still in position to qualify inside the last 100 meters and then got past and then stopped, eventually crossed the finish line. We link his career a lot to Nick Symmonds, and it is interesting because 15, that was the last final for both of them. And their first team they made together, outdoor team, in 2007. Solomon was still in college. Symmonds was coming off a big win at the Prefontaine Classic, and they went 2-3 at USA's, and they both made the team. Now then, Solomon doesn't make the team in 08, 09, or 11. Of course, Symmonds makes all of those teams, and it's tough to compare somebody to Nick Symmonds because you go back and you look at Symmonds' career. He was so consistent. It's ridiculous how consistent Nick Symmonds was year in and year out. Even when he didn't look like he was in full form, he would get it together for USA's and make a team. So then Solomon goes from all the way from 07 to 12, he makes another team. So he had a 4-season, but 3 championship trials year gap there, and then goes 12, 13, where he makes both of those teams. And then 14, he wins USA's, but obviously no global championship that year. So he made 3 teams. And if you asked me before looking, just on memory, without having thought about it, I would think he would have made more than 3 teams. But the teams he made, the performances were, especially 12 and 13, so memorable that they almost took a life of their own. Like getting 4th in the 2012 Olympic final, you should have gotten a medal for that. The race was that good. They should have given more medals than just 3. And he runs his PR there.
A little smaller. Yeah.
He runs his PR there, 142.82, which to this day, only Johnny Gray and Downham Brazier have run faster than. He was only 0.2 off the American record. So that was an incredible race. Obviously, David Rudisha did what he did, and Solomon and Symmonds were 4th and 5th, but they both ran just phenomenal races, which is that type of day where everybody was really good. And then in 13, he gets the win over Symmonds, and that's his only win in a U.S. outdoor championship over Symmonds. And altogether, according to the stats I looked up, they raced 20 times in the 800. Solomon won 4. Symmonds ran 16. But in 2013, he goes 143.27. That's his second fastest time ever, which is quick. And then he wins Monaco before World Champs. And then I don't know if do you remember the 2013 World Championship 800?
Do you
remember anything about that race?
Symmonds got second? No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But guess who led from the gun to 705 meters?
I'm guessing it's Duane Solomon.
It is. Good. And they go out in 50 point something, right? So it wasn't one of those gray zone, twilight zone type races. It was under control. Symmonds is actually chomping at the bit. And that was the fun thing between these two throughout their career, was that Solomon had one style, go hard from the gun. Symmonds had another one that was vastly different. He was a closer. But with 100 to go, USA is 1-2 in this thing. USA is 1-2. Symmonds makes a move. Solomon falls back for a while. It looks like Symmonds is going to win the gold. He gets past, and then Solomon drifts back to 6. But there's a scenario there, Gordon, where Solomon medals at the very least and perhaps gets gold there. He was really close in 2013.